that which dazzles mortal eyes is often just perseverance in disguise. This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining Gym, the strongest gym in the West, coming back at you old school power project style. And the reason I wanted to hop on here today, and the reason I wanted to communicate, and the reason why I'm in your ear right now, connected to you, communicating with you, is because I've got an overwhelming amount of direct messages from being on Joe Rogan's show with my brother, being on episode 1101 or 1102, not sure, with my brother. And the responses have been overwhelming. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you about today is the greatest respect that you can ever earn. The greatest respect that you can ever earn, and the greatest power that you can ever build. The greatest respect that you can ever earn is called self-respect. And the greatest power that you will ever have in your life is called willpower. Many of the people that I'm getting messages from have been hurt, have been crippled, some of them literally. Many of the people that I've been communicating with, and many of the people I've been getting these messages from, have been people that have gotten destroyed by life. Life has been unfair to many of us, and life can be cruel and unfair to all of us at times. Instagram, even for example, is set up to make you feel like crap about yourself. Facebook, the same thing. These things are made to be addictive. They're made to make you feel a certain way. If they made you feel good all the time, we wouldn't use them. Think about times in your life when people have hurt you. How's your memory on that? Probably pretty good. Think about when things have gone positively for you. How's your memory on that? We tend to focus in on the negative. We tend to thrive off a negative comment on YouTube. We tend to thrive off a negative comment that's made on Instagram. And we tend to thrive on the amount of likes that we get. And that's why Instagram, Facebook, and these other companies, they hold those likes back. Because they know that if every time we push the button, if they gave us a crumb, we would eat it and we'd probably be happy. We would get what we want from pushing the button. We would get the response that we were looking for. But when we check back and we go, oh my God, there's normally 48 likes within at least a minute or two, and now there's only like 10. And you keep checking and checking, and you're like, it must be stuck. Instagram must be shut down. Something must have happened, because no way did I get that little amount of likes, and no way did I not get any comments. Right? Then you look back and finally they give you your crumb, finally they give you your likes. This is what's happening to a lot of people. People are getting destroyed by life. People are getting their ass kicked by life each and every day. I want to dissect this a little bit, and I want to start out by talking about self-respect, the greatest respect you can ever earn. In my opinion, the only way that you can gain self-respect is by putting up points on the scoreboard. How are you going to put up your points on the scoreboard? Listen to that inner voice that you have. Listen to that inner voice that you have that's telling you to get up and do something. Listen to that inner voice that you have that's telling you to go to the gym. Listen to that inner voice that you have that's telling you to go to get a haircut. Listen to that inner voice that you have that's going to tell you to go wash your car. Listen to that inner voice that you have that tells you you should be eating better. Listen to that inner voice that you have that tells you to go to bed on time. Listen to that inner voice that you have that tells you to wake up the next morning early and be productive. Listen to that inner voice that you need to make a change. Change is going to be the hardest thing that you will ever do. But staying the same is worse. Not making progress and not moving forward is worse than you even think it is. Because for every day that you don't take a step towards your goal, you're getting older and older and older, and you're getting separated from your goal further and further and further. We talk a lot on here about how cowards are people that talk about what they will never do. You are not that person. That is not what you were made out to be. You are supposed to be a Power Project listener, and a faithful Power Project listener at that, and you're supposed to be made out of something different. We don't walk like them. We don't talk like them. We don't eat like them. We don't train like them. We're a bunch of savages, and we get after it each and every day. We don't sit at the edge of the bed with our chest slumped over, waiting for the day to kick our ass and waiting for the day to land on us like a giant ass tidal wave. We stand up tall with our chest out, and we're ready to take on the day. As the Ultimate Warrior says, we're ready for their first, easy for me to say, we're ready for the first blow of the day, so to speak. We're ready for the day to swing on us. We're ready for the day to throw punches at us. And we got our own hands up, and we got our own plans. But think about how lazy we are each and every day. How are we supposed to build self-respect with that? How are we supposed to build self-respect when we can't even stay on a diet that we just talked about the night before with ourselves, with our significant others, with our friends? Oh yeah, John, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get up early, and I'm going to squat, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going on no carbs. Then what happens? You go to bed later than you should have because you're scrolling through Instagram. Everybody's going to remember that, right? They're going to be like, oh my God, that guy was like one of the best scrollers of all time. Remember that? He used to sit in that chair over there with his neck like this, and he had arthritis in his neck, and he had all these shoulder problems because he always rounded over scrolling through his Instagram. Man, that was a memorable fellow, wasn't it? Wow. He just kept scrolling and scrolling. It was amazing. We talk about things that we're never going to do because we keep distracting ourselves. We're so damn lazy that you talk yourself out of even using the bathroom in the morning. And you're like, I'm just going to sleep for 5 or 10 more minutes. Meanwhile, you got to piss like a racehorse. You're dying. You're like, man, I really got to pee. How are we going to build self-respect if we can never accomplish what we're setting out to do? Well, are we really setting out to do it? I mean, we got to make sure that if we're going to set some of these goals, I'm not too crazy about goal setting. I think that sometimes it gets misinterpreted, and I think that your goals can almost be more like a to-do list, and there's things that you can kind of knock out in a given day, and it doesn't have to be like these crazy large goals, although goal setting can really be beneficial. When we wake up each and every day and we have 4, 5, 6 things that we need to do in a day, what is getting in your way? What is stopping you? What is stopping you from getting to your goal? Is it your friend? Is it your boss? Or is it you? Are you not drinking the drinks that you're supposed to drink, which is water? Real athletes drink water, and here at the Power Project, that's pretty much our only option, right? Occasionally we can have some cranberry juice. We already discovered that with the vertical diet, right? But we are drinking water. We're eating real foods. We're not walking like them. We're not talking like them. We're not drinking the same things as everybody else because we're trying to build some habits. Those habits will be ingrained into who and what we are and what we become. And those habits will turn into our character. And when it's etched into your character, we don't have to always worry so much about where our willpower is because it's ingrained into us. And we can use that energy reserve of our willpower whenever we need it. And we can share that willpower with others. Our willpower will be a reservoir of strength that anybody can use. that our friends can use. And you can grab other people to join in workouts with you. You can grab other people to join in on 10-minute walks with you. You can grab other people to join in on your diet. You can grab other people to join in on all kinds of things. When you show them that it's not about what you know, that it's about how much you care. When people start to recognize that you care about them, that's when they're going to recognize that you're real, and that's when they're going to be 100% on board with whatever the hell it is that you're doing. That's what got me here, where I am right now. By the way, side note, some of you haters, some of you people popping on my YouTube going, what happened to Mark's strength and this and that? Guys, I got different goals going on. We're shifting gears. Remember what I said earlier about change? Being able to change takes a lot of strength. And you don't think you're going to click on my YouTube and see me bench 500 pounds again? You're wrong. I will. I will. It's just a matter of time. Give me a break. Give me a minute. I lost 100 freaking pounds. So look, self-respect is going to be built by doing the things that we set out to do. Doing the things that we have conversations with ourselves. And I know you do, because I do. I got tons of conversations with myself. Building self-respect is going to come from accomplishing the things that you talk to yourself about doing each and every day. They don't always have to be these big lofty goals. It could just be, hey, I want to, I got to call so-and-so about a business meeting, or I got to rub elbows with this guy because he executes better on this than I do. It could be that small of a goal, that small of a thing. But we need these things because we have to build these habits. And we need these things because we have to build self-respect. We're going to get self-respect from accomplishing these mini goals that we have over and over and over and over again. Over a period of time, as we build those habits will become ingrained to our system. And as we build all that, it will turn into our character, and it will turn into our willpower. And we won't have to have a decision. We won't have to have a conversation with ourselves. Should I eat the bread or should I not? Because it's no longer a choice. You flipped everything around and you made the change that you need. Now, some of the messages that I've been getting are from people that life has beaten the ever-living shit out of them. And they are addicted to drugs. They are addicted to alcohol. And they're really struggling. They're struggling to come through the other side. When it comes to drugs and alcohol, the position that we have here at the Power Project is no different. We're going to handle this the way that we handle everything else. We're going to handle this with lifting, and we're going to handle this with being on the right style of diet. And in my opinion, getting rid of carbohydrates is going to allow your body and your mind to focus in on what's important, which is basically not being so confused about what you're going to eat on a daily basis and not being so confused with your just daily decision making. When you have a lot of carbs in your system, the ketogenic diet, people want to make a big deal about what it does for your brain. And we can argue ketones and glucose back and forth. But I think the key to a ketogenic style diet is what it's not doing to your brain and to your body that's actually crucial. And I think for most of us, there's some people that run great off of carbs and they're lean and they feel great about themselves and they're totally healthy. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people that have tendencies to be addicted to things, drugs, alcohol, food. And anytime that you put carbs in front of them, they're going to choose to overeat them, or they're going to choose shitty carbs. I am a good carb, bad carb kind of guy. And I know that flexible dieting and Lane Norton and some of these people have proven that you can eat some of these things, but most people lack control in their life. And that's ultimately what we're talking about right here on the Power Project today. We need to gain control. When you gain control of your diet, when you gain control of your fitness, when you gain control of how hard and when you push yourself, you start to slowly gain control over everything that you do. And that conversation that you have with yourself the night before about acting upon the invention that you've had for 5 or 6 years that you haven't acted on. I know that you all have, maybe we don't all have inventions. Maybe we all can't be a 3-time patent holder like the people's coach. But I know that every single person that's listening to this right now has great ideas. I know that you have ways that you can monetize your life and ways that you can figure out making more money, reaching more people, impacting people more positively, and you haven't acted on any of them. Cowards are the people that talk about what they will never do. Cowards. You are not that coward. And today, you're going to change your mindset forever. You're going to change for the better. Think about this. All the people that you know, they don't think you can do it. Whether it's losing weight, whether it's becoming a millionaire, whether it's finishing college, whether it's getting yourself out of the shitty position that you're in now, no one believes in you. Not one person believes that you can do it. The only person that's going to be able to pull yourself out of this rut is going to be yourself. It doesn't matter if you were abused. It doesn't matter if you have parents that are drug addicted. It doesn't matter if you grew up like myself with perfect parents. No matter what your situation is, you will have to be a functioning adult, and you will have to be somebody that is made out of something different if you want to live your life to the fullest potential that you have. Because we can just live a life and we can just skate by and we can just act like everybody else and never take any action on all the things that we have inside of us that we know are great, that we know that we need to share with other people, but we suppress it all the time. If you're listening to this right now, let it sink into your head. Let it go right through your damn headphones, right into your ear. You have greatness to offer other people. You have great things to offer other people. You need to respect yourself, and you need to check yourself, and you need to understand that you're way more valuable than you thought you were. You're way smarter than you thought you were. You have a lot better intuition and creativity than you thought you did. Trust me, my slingshot was a bad idea. So was Power Magazine. So was SuperTraining Gym. Right? Guys, be made out of something different. The only way we're going to be able to be made of something different is if we figure out ways of putting points up on the scoreboard. How do we put up points on the scoreboard of life? Putting up points on the scoreboard of life has nothing to do with a 500-pound bench press, a 6-pack of abs, or $1 million in the bank. Putting up points on the scoreboard has to do with you getting your work done. The work that you need to get done to be better. The work that you need to get done to advance. The work that you need to get done to put one foot in front of the other. Remember this. Continue to put one foot in front of the other. Gratum ferociter. Step by step, ferociously. Be consistent. Be constant. Be persistent. Be right in everybody's face and be right up their ass. Don't quit. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward no matter what. Keep that head down. Pay attention. And when you get tired and we feel like you got nothing left and you're weak in the knees, that's an excellent position to be in, because that means that you're halfway there. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Bye.